Welcome, everyone, to That Kind of Nerds podcast, a weekly show where we tell you what is going on in the nerdy world. I am CJ Mellon, joined, of course, by the stars of the show. I have Joshua Burns and special guest Craig Newcomb. So we have Craig Newcomb on the show this week because Brian's palatial estate was overrun by Roombas, and he now has to deprogram every single one of them in order to do that.
It's not the deprogramming of the Roombas, it's the emotional and psychological therapy he has to do for the cats.
I thought there were very few cats, though, within the house. It was
a Roomba that freaked out the very few cats. Super few cats in the palatial estate.
Yeah, but like one or two cat can control a bunch of Roombas.
But the problem was that the Roomba traumatized the cats.
But they need lawn therapy because there's very few cats within the house.
This super low ratio.
And if you want to show off just how low that ratio is, you can also go to shop.thatkindofnerd.com and you can buy a cat to male ratio shirt. And right now we are running a special promotion where you are getting 15% off. From now until March 8th, just use the promo code SaintPatty17. It's on the website. You can't forget it. Go to shop.thatkindofnerd.com. Make Brian very happy by wearing a cat to male ratio shirt. We appreciate it in advance. A little bit of follow-up coming from last episode. Remember how we talked about how the 90s and the 2000s were coming to take over the world?
Yes.
There's one thing you don't have to worry about, apparently. It's the Nokia 3310. The model that they have is not going to work in the United States. It uses the 900 megahertz frequency, which AT&T has discontinued. So sorry, you're not going to get your Nokia 3310 for a while. And if you do, it's not going to work in the US. So
what's using that frequency now? Because it wasn't. You don't get rid of a frequency. You reappropriate it. Something else uses that frequency.
Probably
I think it's 911
response frequency, but even though I still can't text 911.
So my question is, could you use a Nokia 3310 to check out what's happening on that frequency?
No.
Are you sure?
I don't think it has the right components to even really communicate with it.
I'm just asking. I don't know how you would do that kind of thing.
I don't know either. But the answer is no. You could probably buy something really cheap to do that.
I challenge someone listening to figure out how to do that.
Yeah, the engineer that's listening to this podcast, please tell us what's going on in the 900 megahertz
CJ,
frequency.
I think you're super discounting the listeners of this podcast.
So who's disappointed, though, that this won't work? Not for me, because I don't need it. But
there's a lot of people, actually. There's a lot of people right now who are traveling and a lot of people who are dealing with that. Like, listen, I'd just rather just have a basic phone with me for nights out when I'm going abroad. I don't want my smartphone.
Call the burner. It's been a long time since any one of us has carried a murder weapon in their pocket. This could bludgeon someone to death.
But hold on. All three of us have worked in wireless in one way, shape, or form?
Yes.
Yeah.
How many times... And it's been a while since I sold phones. The last time I was selling phones, smartphones were the predominant thing, but it was like the HDS2 was like the big deal. Yeah, going back. And there wasn't a lot of options for old people. And I still can't
jitterbug, bro. It's the jitterbug.
Dude, flip phone.
Yeah, that it just wasn't. There wasn't a good quality phone. There were some flip phones, but there wasn't anything that was well built on the market.
Jitterbug is like a Nokia. It can take all the abuse.
I'd rather have a flip phone than a 3310.
I just want to play Snake on a Nokia because that's how Snake was meant to be played. But alas, it's not going to happen.
Look, the last flip phone I had was a Samsung Blade in 2000, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wait,
so we're talking about
is the Blade the one that was the BlackBerry built into it?
It was not like that. No, it was super thin, thinner than the Katana, made by Samsung, not Sanyo. For Sprint, had two screens, one on the inside and one on the outside of the flip phone.
That was so dumb.
Had a flush keyboard. It was really well designed, super easy to text on.
Wow.
It was a great phone, and it was loud and it vibrated and it didn't burn your face when you talked on it for a while. It was a really solid phone. That I had in 2006, maybe. I think it was 2006. I'd take that over Nokia 3310 all day long. Give me back my Samsung. It might still be in my house. If I can find it, I'm going to figure out a way to charge it.
My last flip phone was the 8220. Let's see if you guys know what that is.
It sounds like a BlackBerry.
The BlackBerry Flip
No.
8220.
No, shut up.
That was my last flip phone.
Is that the one that they told everyone to put in like your front pocket and let the front half of it flop over?
That's
like,
exactly what it is. Yep.
Fucking stupid.
And I still contest that my favorite
Brilliant
phone,
marketing.
my favorite
Just
phone
break
that
the
I've
damn thing
ever
so you can buy a
owned
new one.
was the Pearl. The BlackBerry Pearl was by far my favorite phone I
Oh,
ever had.
shut up. Now we have to move
Loved
on.
it.
Now we have to move
No,
on.
we're not pitching BlackBerry over here. So.
Oh my God.
No,
That
at the
is-
time, what was better?
Craig, that is the worst thing you've ever said.
No, I loved that phone.
Like, I've heard you say some heinous shit, and that was the worst thing you've ever said.
Anyway, you want to hear about something from your? You want to hear something that's this throwback that's good?
Yeah.
So the remake of DuckTales that we talked about, ooh, just for Brian, there you go. They released a trailer, and there's one thing that we have to talk about first. They've kept the theme song. The ooh is not as prominent as I want it to be, but it's still there. And David Tennant is so David Tennant, it makes my David Tennant hurt.
Craig, have you seen this trailer?
I have seen this trailer. And you know why I'm excited about this?
Why?
I was a latchkey kid.
Okay.
So I came home from school, and there were some shows I watched every day once I got home from school. It was DuckTales, Chip and Dale, and Tailspin. DuckTales being my favorite.
Solid.
I'm so excited for this. Like, this is just third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade.
I fell in love with Danny Pudi in like 10 seconds. I mean, just everything about this. I even don't mind the animation style. A lot of people are like, oh, the animation style. Blah, blah,
the
blah.
No,
animation style
it's good.
is a little rough,
different.
but I think it's done rough well and on purpose.
Yes.
And I look, seeing the trailer, I mean, it was good. It was entertaining. It was funny. It's cool. I mean, for everyone who has loved DuckTales forever, I think this is fantastic. Laura is going to be psyched.
If anybody doesn't like this trailer and they're not okay with this, they hate fun. They're a terrible person, and they can go fuck off.
You know it's a universal good thing when even I like this trailer. It's so funny. I'm everything about I can't when just can I watch it now? Can I have episodes now, please? Why are you making me wait, Disney XD, you son of a bitch?
Now, is Darkwing Duck going to come out of this?
I don't.
Well, give
Are
it
they
one
gonna
step
reboot
at a time,
that?
man. Look, I remember as a kid seeing a few episodes, enough to know the theme song. My sister watched it. I remember that. My sister probably closer to your age for sure, Craig. So I remember hearing it. I remember seeing some stuff. It was funny, and I remember liking what I saw, but not enough that where like I've ever watched it right on my own. This I would watch. I don't know that I'd go out on purpose and watch it every week or whatever, but if it's on, I won't go, oh, this is dumb, right? Like it looks funny. It looks funny enough to capture my attention for 30 minutes, however often they want to air.
Do you know what's great about this? Season 1 isn't going to air until the summer, right? It's already been picked up for a second season.
Nice. That's good.
I pulled this up on Wikipedia, and this is why it hits home for me. It started at 3 p.m. and then 3:30 for 4:30. Like, those are the times that I was home alone by myself. Being a latchkey kid, it's when these shows aired. So that's why it hits so close to me, because I just remember watching these shows. Like, get home from school, pull your homework out, and it was on.
That's cool, man. That's very cool.
It just
That's a
hits
cool
home
memory.
for me. It's just such nostalgia. I'm so excited.
And I really don't think. I mean, look at this cast list. I mean, David Tennant, Dan Pudi, Ben Schwartz, Bobby Monahan. I mean, like this is such a great cast. There's nothing but success going to come out of this. And I think
No,
anyone
those
who
people
was
aren't real.
skeptical
This is
about
DuckTales. This I didn't know who those people were. This is DuckTales.
You just
There's-
DuckTales alone. Well,
No,
what I'm
yeah.
saying is, be confident in the fact that there's talent behind just the name and just the cartoon itself.
Nope, don't care. It's DuckTales.
It's happening. It's going to be great this summer. It's happening. Enjoy it. Yay. All right, so let's move on to a couple other things from movie and TV. A lot of it, actually, from now on is going to be Netflix Central. So Netflix was just like, hey, we're going to have a week, and we're going to show you a lot of really cool shit.
We're going to take over the world right now. Watch.
Right. So Netflix released a trailer for Bright, which is a Will Smith movie premiering exclusively on Netflix. and it is about a police officer who's in a world where orcs are a thing.
Right.
Like orcs, like millions of people, unlike World of Warcraft, are going to watch a movie that has orcs in it, and they're going to like it because Will Smith is there.
Will Smith. Right.
So what's Will Smith make a movie?
Well,
No, listen. They're gonna the mall walkers, as you would call them, Josh. The people who
No.
would sit down and watch Netflix.
mall walkers don't watch Netflix, bro.
You don't think they watch Netflix? Couch potatoes, fine. The couch potatoes are going to be watching orcs.
Okay, so is this their biggest movie they've done Netflix?
No.
No.
My God, no.
Help
But
me
it's
out.
big.
This is
What's their biggest movie
Their
they've
biggest-
done?
That's been out or that's like made and they just need to actually premiere it because that's The Irishman, like we talked
Okay.
about last week.
Scorsese, De Niro.
It's $100 million to get that movie. It's
So they're spending big money.
It's huge.
No, yeah, but like, here's the thing. This movie, so I put this on par with the Sandler.
So you're comparing Adam Sandler's career right now to Will Smith's career right now. Is that what just
Yeah.
happened?
yeah, Smith is.
Yeah,
Will
Smith-
Smith is.
Yeah, he's
He's-
been on a downward trajectory for
He's
a couple
done.
years.
No,
He's
but
done.
he's like halfway on the trajectory to where
He's
Sandler
not-
is now.
No.
I don't see Will Smith doing anything of super significant consequence for a long time.
What was the last
he-
really good critically acclaimed movie that Will Smith did?
and not because he's a bad actor, but here's the thing: he's like in this in between, right? Nobody wants to see a guy mid 40s necessarily, unless he's Denzel, right? So like inversely, no, like either you're young or you're old, and there's this middle area where it's like seemingly
Like
no one is
middle-aged,
successful.
maybe like middle.
It's not middle age, right? It's there's a weird, right? Like you're young and up and coming, or you're old enough to have young kids, and then nobody wants to see like a 45 teenage father guy. Like nobody wants to see that.
Yeah, but if you took a picture from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and put it next to him now, I couldn't even tell the difference.
False. Gonna call shenanigans on that. Gonna say false.
Yeah.
False. He would look more like Jeffrey than he.
I
would
personally
Will
don't think
Smith.
he's a great actor. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan. I just kind of was taken back to see him doing a Netflix.
Listen, Netflix is on after Amazon winning an Oscar, right? And Netflix winning an Oscar because they did a documentary or foreign film. They did a foreign film. Netflix is a serious place now to release movies, and this is a way to prove it. And again, for me, my bigger thing is mass amounts of people, millions of people are going to watch a movie about orcs and be cool with it. Like, prepare for Halloween costumes that have orcs, okay? Prepare for it.
Well, here's what this is: a genre that hasn't really been explored by Netflix, right? I
True.
mean,
Yes.
we've seen a lot of things, but we haven't seen a ton of like fantasy, right?
Correct.
And so if that's the direction, if this is, you know what, we can spend however many $1 million and make a film and see how this goes, and then maybe the bigger investment is a Netflix original in the fantasy realm,
Yeah.
which would be pretty awesome. You would assume,
No,
right?
absolutely.
So look, you need a big name to roll out a movie regardless. I'm fine with Will Smith in this, but here's the thing. It's like it's not a big deal is what I'm saying, Craig. I'm not saying it won't be good. I'm just saying I don't really see it as a big deal, and certainly not a step forward in a career.
Yeah,
That's
for Will Smith, yes. For Netflix,
Right.
it's huge. For Will Smith, it's, hey,
Right.
you are getting a paycheck, and
Right.
you.
I
are at
hope
least
it doesn't.
moving.
I hope it doesn't flop because I like Will Smith as an actor. I just don't want to see it go down a bad path. And right now it feels like the do-over.
So, as a side note, this script was written by Max Landis. They paid $3 million for the script.
And I'm a bit okay with it right now.
They spent $3 million on the script, $45 million for shooting, written by
Yeah.
Max Landis.
Nope. All right. I'm in.
You're good?
You've sold me. You
Okay,
said
good.
Max Landis.
Help me
You've
out.
sold
What'd he do?
Chronicle.
Okay.
Yes.
Chronicle. No, with no fanfare, and everybody went, "What the hell is this?" Right, dude? I've never met anybody that didn't like that movie.
That movie was fantastic.
I have never met anyone that has seen Chronicle and gone, right? It's really good. And it was written impeccably well. Like he's on point.
So this trailer, though, it's a good trailer. You brought up on a couple episodes back how a trailer could sell you or not sell you, and that's the point of it. But this is a good trailer. It gives you just enough to be like, okay, I want to see what happens.
And that takes me to this. So Netflix also released a trailer for a series called Mindhunter.
Which does nothing fucking for me. That trailer blows.
A terrible trailer. Just an awful trailer. So it's this blood, trickling Rorschach test.
Rorschach, yes.
With like 3, I'm not even kidding you, 3 milliseconds of footage of the show. Back to this bleeding Rorschach test. 3 milliseconds of a show. I watched it at half speed just so I could try to see something. And got nothing from it. Now there's this little clips of audio about we need to get into the mind of a killer and how can you be sympathizing with these people. It's a terrible trailer, but if you read the write up, and the link will be in the show notes, it sounds really good. It's just this is a shitty trailer. And it's David Fincher. And if you don't know what he's famous for, he helped launch Netflix House of Cards. So, he's a good director. He's a good guy. He knows what he's doing when it comes to Netflix. This is just a bad representation.
I watched the trailer, and I'm like, I'm never going to watch that.
Yeah.
Well, hold on now, because imagine what it seems like to me is a not Criminal Minds, damn it. But the BAU show, what is that show?
Yeah, it's Criminal Minds.
It's Criminal Minds. It's Criminal Minds. Yeah, I was right. Right.
It is based off a book series which is called Mindhunter inside the FBI's elite serial crime unit, which is literally Criminal Minds.
Right. So if it's Criminal Minds but with cursing and more more of a thriller type setting, sign me up, dude. Criminal Minds was an amazing show. If this is in any way like that, and not like True Detective, not the True Detective
season 2.
Dude,
season 1 was great.
General,
don't.
It was not.
Don't give me that. Season 1 was great.
It was not great. It was dog shit.
No, it was not. No. Okay, listen. I will let you say it's not great. I will not let you say it was dog shit.
Other than seeing Alexandra Daddario's boobs, what was amazing about that first season?
The guessing, right, and not knowing what's going on, right? Being totally unnerved the whole time by some of the really graphic stuff that they're showing. And then the way that they told the story, what a different way to tell a story than a couple other people would have even bothered to do. I thought it was great.
Really crappy.
I will give you really crappy. I will not give you
dog shit.
No, that's too far. That's too far, and you know it.
It was the really crappy that came out of a dog's ass.
Mindhunter is going to debut in October. So hopefully we'll get another trailer to actually tell us a little bit about this show a little better. Go read the write-up that was done on it from The Verge. I'll have the links in the show notes. It's a much better way to get behind this show. Craig, I understand your first initial impulse of I'm never going to watch this due to the trailer, but you're definitely going to watch this.
I am calling this the Westworld Josh Burns theory.
Wow, really?
Damn.
You're saying I'm so off the mark that this is going to be the best show on Netflix.
For context, hold on. For those listening who don't know, here's the context. When we were starting Hey Did You See, and we were talking about television shows to watch, Craig brought up Westworld and said we should totally watch this. Josh had watched the trailer and said trailer doesn't interest me. I'm going to have to I'm going to have to pass on that. No, we're not going to do it. Josh, how many times have you watched Westworld now?
I finished it twice. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That should give you an indication he was totally wrong. It's a very rare thing to happen. But based off that trailer.
And I've gone on the record as saying it's the best show on HBO.
Yes. So, I mean, he has owned it, but that's the context. Go ahead, Craig, and now you can make your case for those who don't know the backstory.
A bad trailer will turn people off. Josh has a good opinion on shows. He's, for the most part, pretty spot on with picking shows, saying this is a good show or a bad show. But the trailer alone turned him off to that show. And he
really did.
And he passed on it. By happenstance, he watched an episode and got hooked. It doesn't matter if the show is good or bad. Josh could have never watched Westworld. And that's your favorite show on HBO?
Right. Yeah.
which
I like
is
it better than
a
Game of Thrones.
bold statement. HBO has put out some top quality shows.
Not the best show ever. Right. This is just right now
on one network.
Okay, currently on
right.
HBO.
I think my quote was to CJ and Brian, it's better than Game of Thrones.
All I'm
and
saying
I believe it
is a bad trailer can ruin a show.
Yeah, true. Absolutely.
And it did that. It put me off that show for like 6 months.
Yeah, and I think this is a bad one, but I know we're going to get another trailer and it's going to be better. So there we go. On to some more Netflix news, right? This is really great. When you think of stand-up comedy, right, and you think of that genre and comedians, you think Comedy Central, right? Okay, but you're wrong because in 2017, Netflix is going to be releasing a stand-up comedy special each week. Every week for the rest of 2017,
HBO.
Netflix is doing a stand-up comedy show. You're right. No, you're right too. HBO has an.
I think
huge
One Night
ones.
Stand.
Yep.
I think One Night Stand on HBO. That's the only thing that comes to mind. And then after that, Def Comedy Jam. But again, HBO. So that's what comes to my mind. This looks cool, but CJ, I feel like you've been missing all of the comedy shit Netflix has already done.
No, they've been doing a lot. No, they really have. But we're talking
a lot is an
ton.
understatement, dude. A lot. Look,
No,
in the past few months,
it's
I've watched a
huge.
ton of Netflix comedy. Most recently, Sebastian Maniscalco
So let
and
me
Bill
tell you
Burr.
a story on why I got Netflix. The sole purpose for me originally getting Netflix was because they had Cat Williams on it.
No shit.
That's
Wow,
the
all right.
reason I got Netflix is to watch
It's
the Cat Williams.
pimpin'.
Yeah, the old Cat Williams, which were
Yeah.
just comic gold. He's took a turn for dog shit.
The big deal about this, though, besides the fact that they're releasing a stand-up comedy special every week for the rest of the year, is Dave Chappelle is going to do a new comedy special exclusively to Netflix March 21st.
I'm not excited.
That'll be great for the people that watch it.
This is
I guess.
hold on. This has been years. People have been
No,
waiting
That's
for
why
him
I'm not
to
excited.
make a return
No.
to stand-up comedy.
He's not
Listen,
funny.
I don't care if you don't like it. It's big news. This is a big deal for Netflix. Is that
Nope.
they get? Come on, they had to beat out HBO and all these other people you just mentioned to get Dave Chappelle to come back.
Did they? Or did those guys not want to pay Chappelle what he wanted because he's not worth it?
Comedy Central, we can count them out. They had a falling out.
Yeah.
Bridges were burned. It didn't matter how much money Comedy Central brought to the table. Dave Chappelle was done with them. So it was between Netflix and HBO. Did HBO want to pay him the money that he wanted? I don't think they did. Because I wouldn't.
Right. And
I wouldn't invest that money.
Showtime does comedy originals as well, and that didn't happen either. So, and maybe Netflix reputation wise is bigger than Showtime. I don't think so, but maybe
I think they are.
Maybe, I'm not sure. So if that's the case, and that was the second choice, but that I promise you, that was Chappelle's second choice. There's no way anyone goes to Netflix for comedy over HBO. Not now, soon, maybe, but not now, and not in history.
No, I'm thinking you're right. Carlin, everyone's big specials,
HBO.
they were all on HBO.
Yep.
But that also was because there wasn't a whole lot of places you could cuss. There's not a lot of places you could swear back
I know
then.
that, but you can still curse on HBO, and HBO is hands down
But
the best at what they do.
I think they are going to be losing that crown very shortly.
You're out of your mind.
I think 2017.
You are out of your mind.
I think 2017 is the year that HBO starts to lose that.
If they lose their crown, it's not because they didn't
Not because
care.
of Dave
They
Chappelle.
gave it away.
Yes,
they
it's
just
not because
doesn't
of
care.
Dave Chappelle.
CJ, what genre of show, what thing do you watch anywhere that's better than anything aired on HBO?
Okay, maybe hold on. Here's the thing. Maybe this is where this is why you're yelling at me. I grew up never having HBO, never getting exposed to HBO. I didn't get HBO until I lived on my own. And I mean, as you guys learned, I just watched The Sopranos, like 2 years ago?
It's so disappointing.
So I'm
Remind
just
me to
saying,
dick punch you when I see you.
maybe I'm the wrong
Right.
person to be judging HBO.
yeah, probably,
you are.
but, like,
I
you can't-
recuse myself from judging HBO. I'm out.
I have a ton. I love Netflix, and I love what they do.
I'm blown away by their content.
But nothing they do, their content's fantastic, but nothing they do is as big as its HBO counterpart.
Okay, I concede.
And you know what?
all
I'm wrong. I'm the wrong
5,
person
10
to be
years from
judging
now,
this.
me and Josh may be wrong in this, but currently,
But currently, right now, nope.
I absolutely see it going that way, but we're not there.
I apologize to the world for being completely wrong about everything.
Not for nothing.
Brian is going to be so angry.
No, the
Brian
fact I'm
is-
admitting I'm wrong should make him.
Brian
happy.
is going to be so angry that he wasn't here.
Oh,
Well, let's talk about Dave Chappelle, though. Is he relevant at any point anymore?
yes,
Brilliant writer.
yes.
But
He's a
stand up.
brilliant writer.
We're talking about stand up.
hold
We're
on,
not
hold on.
talking about a sketch
writing
show.
his-
Stand up.
He's
writing
writing
the
his stand-up.
stand-up.
He's writing his stand-up, right? And that. So
It's
here's the
different.
thing.
It's
I think
different.
about. Well, yes, but here's the thing: the new era of stand-up, Craig, is not slapstick. The new era of stand-up will make you cry as quickly as make you laugh. And I will cite something that's on Netflix right now. Neil Brennan, 3 mics. Neil Brennan, by the way, was the co-creator of the Chappelle Show. He's a friend of Dave Chappelle. Does this special on Netflix, 3 mics, and when they roll the credits, it shows you 3 microphones, and it shows you one is for one-liners, one is for emotional stuff, and one is for comedy, right? So the lights come up, he tells a one-liner or two, the lights go down, he moves to the second mic and starts talking about his life. If Chappelle does that and gets honest,
and he will.
This is going to be groundbreaking.
He will because he has to.
But maybe. But Chappelle's that guy that he's always been like pretty arm's length.
He's a punchline guy.
But
He's been. I respect his writing ability. I don't find his delivery to be incredibly funny. Okay, so that's
he's got to go over 10 years of.
But here's
listen,
the
I've
thing,
been
dude,
off the grid.
If he's
got to do it.
But if he does, CJ, this is going to be unbelievable.
Yeah.
But look, it's the new genre of stand up that has as much honesty and emotion as it does comedy.
He'll be able to.
I don't. Maybe.
I'm skeptic.
Not he. Here's the thing. He's not Richard Pryor, and nobody did that better than Richard Pryor.
Right.
Nobody.
I subscribe to Sirius Satellite Radio and not for Howard Stern. I'm one of like the 5 people that actually, but it's because of 2 channels.
Howard Stern doesn't care. He still gets your money anyway.
Yeah. So my presets are set to Raw Dog, which is like a 5-minute skits from every current comedian out there, and the Grateful Dead channel. But let's talk about Raw Dog. It's just skits from different comedians, and it's all current stuff. It's not old. It's kind of like listen to the radio, but for stand-up comedians. And I don't agree with you, Josh. I think it's still punchline. I don't think the real matters. I think it's still about a joke.
No, if you go to stand-up comedy clubs now, you go to comedy events, it really is all about, I need to unburden, here's some truth about me. I have a small...
The best comedians right now, right? And again, I'll cite a few of the ones that have been recent. Tig Notaro.
Yes.
Who has a, I talked about her show about Amazon Prime season. It was picked up. One Mississippi. It's a great show. It's super dry and like poignant and funny, but like she's amazing on stage is what I'll say. I don't think comedian is necessarily the right thing anymore, but she's amazing on stage. Aziz Ansari.
He's a punchline guy.
But
what
are you talking
I've
about?
seen him a couple times.
Yes, he can deliver a punchline, but he's about the story, end to end, right? And it's
hell, even the stuff about him and like, oh, I'm with Kanye. Kanye's listening to his own records. That's like, I mean, like he is all about a story.
Bill Burr, same thing. Punchline guy,
but they're all punchlines. It's not just a story about their life that happens to be funny.
It's the honesty. It's the honesty I'm looking for. If Dave Chappelle, CJ, if he can do it at that level, then my mind will be forever changed about him. But right now, I don't see him that way.
And we're gonna have to see. So we're going to see on March 21st how the chips fall and where this all lies. So big year for comedy on Netflix. Big things coming down the pipe. We'll see, Craig. We'll see what's happening. Josh, your lovely co-host Craig Newcomb here, our guest host, has found a fantastic trailer that I think is catered specifically for you because it stars our favorite British ginger Ron Weasley, which is how I will refer to him.
Ron Weasley.
Josh, you saw the trailer. What do you think about it? I don't know if you've seen it before.
Yeah, man, I've seen this trailer not this trailer, but they've done a few different things. This is the first time that I've seen that it's going to be exclusive to Crackle, which makes me a little sad. But the trailer for Snatch, Rupert Grint is the one they feature, but I kind of feel like he's not going to be the characters one of the characters that we fall in love with. So I'm excited about it. Crackle, I'm not going to pay for.
No,
what is Crackle? Help me out here.
Some of Crackle is free. So Crackle is a place where you can watch select movies for free, but there are ads within it. It's a little bit like a freemium model.
Apple TV has an app for Crackle. So I mean, if it's free, I will watch it there. Absolutely, I will watch it there because Snatch is a fantastic Guy Ritchie story. So I'm in. But it's going to be adapted somehow. I'm not sure how.
Yeah. But it looks really good. We have a trailer in the show notes. I just wanted to say that Craig found this trailer for Snatch. It looks pretty funny, very British, which is perfect. And it looks like it's a pretty darn good movie. So, but yes, Crackle, out of all places, it's going to end up on Crackle. So all 5 of us are going to watch it.
Right. Well, it's not a movie though. It's a series, right?
I thought it was a series. TV.
I thought it was a series.
Yeah.
Hold on, maybe I'm wrong. So I'm an utter idiot, and you guys are actually right. This is going to be a series, Snatch the series, which is going to be streaming for free. By the way, I got the answers for free on March 16th, only on Crackle. So if you ever accidentally downloaded Crackle, you're set. You're set for life. But we're going to forget this movie. This series is out. That's the biggest problem.
Yeah, and it's going to be a good series. It looks like from the trailer, and no one's going to watch it because it's on Crackle.
On Crackle.
If this was on Netflix or Hulu or Amazon Prime, people would watch it.
Yeah, totally different story. All right, so Josh, you brought up the Apple TV, and this is weird, and it just happened, and there was zero fanfare for it. Facebook released a video app for the Apple TV. This was rumored for a long time that they were going to come after TV and they were going to do their own little platform and just Facebook with, again, I mean, I didn't even find a press release. I found this by accident that, bam, there's a Facebook video app on the Apple TV. Did anyone ask for this? Does anybody, like, what's up with this?
I avoid Facebook as it is. Mm-hmm. So there's unless I get tagged or there's a notification, like my Facebook interaction is checking in to annoy people. That's it.
That explains a lot.
I'm serious.
A lot about your.
I check in to annoy people.
So this is this Facebook app on the Apple TV is trying to be like YouTube, but it's limited to what you or your friends are sharing. So you can and right now that's a terrible thing.
Don't I just have Facebook for that?
I've never really watched a Facebook video and be like, wish I could watch this in 4K on my TV right now. Like I really wish I could.
It's dog videos and cat videos. What the fuck? I don't need it on my TV.
Well, I do AirPlay cat videos all the time. So
there's been a couple
some of that.
There's been a couple instances where I'm like, okay, listen, I have a little time to kill. I don't have 30 minutes to watch a show. I only have a few. I really only have like 5 minutes, but I don't want to sit here with my thoughts. Let me watch a video, and I'll go on YouTube on my TV and I'll watch like a drone footage of the new Apple campus.
Right,
but then I'm out.
But
I'm done. I'm not watching 7 at a time.
But you're using the smart TV features. You're not just AirPlaying it.
Yeah, I have an Android TV,
but you're not casting from your phone.
No.
All right, so I'm not. I don't understand that at all.
I don't want to use my phone. I'm on my phone while I'm watching the YouTube video. Like I'm just.
I still don't. It's not comprehending. But like the extent of it is something cool happens. I happen to see it on Facebook and I show it to the kids. Like the announcement of a Gwen Stacy baby. So like I showed them that. Right. And but that's just AirPlay to my TV. I don't need a Facebook app or channel I don't need it. I don't want it. And please God, let it go away fast.
It won't though, because it's Facebook.
No, that is false.
Facebook has failed a lot.
And they remove pages. Anyone remember the paper? Facebook paper? Facebook Home for the Android. It was the launcher that took over your home screen. It's gone.
Yes.
Remember they do projects like this all the time and then get rid of them. Like, oh, well, that didn't work. I mean, we got to.
You know what though? That's the beauty of ideation,
a shit ton of money.
iteration. There's a ton. Look, this is good, right? If they keep trying and failing, then they will evolve and the product will be better.
I would be okay with if we were still doing Facebook Live, having our Facebook Live on someone's big screen TV, but that's not going to happen.
Right, because it's pre-recorded stuff.
Right.
Because they can't do it live.
Yes.
They can't do it live.
Right.
Right?
Doing it live.
Needs to go away. Needs to go away. It's stupid. I don't know who asked for it. If you watch Facebook videos that much, you've already figured out a way to do this.
Look, man, you're the one that brought it up.
I agree. I'm just saying why. No one asked.
CJ,
Go
stop
away.
inventing stupid stuff.
I'm sorry. In cord-cutting news, YouTube has officially launched YouTube TV. It's $35 a month, very inexpensive, right? You get all 4 major networks, ABC, CBS, Fox, and NBC, which is great. Roughly 35 different channels, which sounds pretty good. Here's the cool part, too. It's good for 6 profiles, right, which are customized, but you can only stream 3 at a time, which, I mean, not terribly.
That seems fair. Sure.
Not terribly bad. Here's the problem. There is no Viacom. There is no Turner Broadcasting channels on there. That means no Comedy Central, no MTV, no CNN, TBS, TNT, AMC, Discovery Communications, Turner, Time Warner, A&E, no HBO, and Showtime coming. But you get YouTube Red for free.
Well, all right, but so the only thing in there that I felt anything about was what, AMC?
AMC, yeah. TBS and TNT are actually really good networks too.
No,
I like them.
I don't ever watch anything on TBS or TNT.
It's good. It's always good for a rerun of Big Bang.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the only thing I watch it for is reruns of
I don't
Big
watch
Bang.
basketball. That's TNT, and there's nothing on TBS sports wise, right?
There is ESPN,
But you can stream reruns of Big Bang elsewhere, I assume.
CBS is really freaking rude when it comes to their programming.
I think, $35, that's less expensive than anything else that's out there right now. It is,
but the 35 is just like, if you get the initial Sling TV package, there's a lot of filler in there, and that's what this has.
You know what this sounds like? It sounds like, before there was cable, right? You had 3, 6, and 10, right?
Right, yes.
Right? So, but, this...
There's the CW's on there.
Super basic, right? If you need to add stuff, you can subscribe to other things.
But you can do that through other platforms for less money.
So hold on.
Still have the ability to have 2 or 3 streams across multiple devices.
I have a question that I think will be relevant.
Okay.
Obviously, currently with my situation, I won't talk about my current situation, but I have no need to cord cut. It's not an issue.
Right.
Sure. Right. Yes.
If for whatever reason my current situation went away and I had to be a cord cutter, what am I looking at all in monthly?
Go to thatkindofnerd.com. Go check out the cord cutting article that I did. I've done a spreadsheet for you. So
It's a really solid article. And the spreadsheet is functional. So it's good. Check it out. Craig, you won't be disappointed if your situation changes. But as it is, there's a lot of folks that need just basics. Now, CJ,
30 channels a month for $20 on Sling, and you get way better channel lineups.
Do you get the network? Just stop talking for 1 second.
Sure.
Do you get the 4 major networks on Sling?
No, you don't get CBS because CBS hates everybody.
Do you get CBS anywhere else?
Yes.
Can you?
Oh, go ahead.
Can you pay CBS All Access and that gives you everything CBS?
Yes. Or you can use PlayStation View, which also has CBS.
PlayStation View is far too expensive. How much is Sling?
If you do the entry level, the 30 channel, it's $20, which is called Sling
$20. Add CBS All Access for $15. That's $35.
CBS All Access is $5.
That's $5.
That's it. CBS All Access, $5.
Between Sling, CJ, and this YouTube TV, it's $10 more than Sling plus CBS All Access, which is the better value. Value. Forget programming for a second.
I get you. I get the fact that it's one platform. You're done. You're in. If you're an Android person, holy crap. Oh my God, what a great thing.
I'm just asking you value-wise, which is better?
Well, I can't answer the question only because of this. Like when Sling TV started off and until recently, it was kind of sketchy. There's one thing really going for YouTube TV, which is a unlimited DVR.
So the reason I'm asking is because historically you're completely unable to divorce your emotions from your opinions in this matter, right? You get super assed up about it doesn't have the stuff you want. So what I'm saying is John Q. Public doesn't care about all the stuff we care about. Programming only, what's the better value?
Programming
Forget
only,
about everything else.
Programming only YouTube, because you get the major networks.
There you go. That's all no, forget about it. Doesn't devices don't matter. None of that matters. Because if you want a better value and you don't want to use all the other crap, you just want to stream, you want the better value, this is the better value. That's what I wanted to get to.
Okay.
I feel like this is super basic cable. And for the people that want super basic cable, this is a really good way to get it. And you can cast from your phone and you can stream from a PC. If you know what I mean? That's fine. I think pretty much everybody at this point has a streaming device in their home.
Yes.
So whether it's an Apple TV or a Chromecast or a Roku or whatever, this stuff is easy to integrate, and that's
Xbox and PlayStation do it too. I mean,
Xbox and
everyone's got one of
PlayStation
those.
do it too. So this is easy stuff, Craig. Here's the thing: is
Can I
don't
channel
hate-
surf? Can I just flick?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't hate the YouTube service. I actually like YouTube Red. I'm on record saying this is dumb, but like this YouTube TV thing, I know is less expensive than most of the other services, and that makes it a better value.
It's extremely interesting. I think it has a lot of potential, but it's we can't see anything until it's actually.
No, you're right, and I'm going to apologize to everybody for being more argumentative than normal.
No,
but
that's
Brian's
fine.
not. But Brian's not here, and therefore I need to kick you in the dick a few times.
Bottom line comes down to this: YouTube TV is extremely intriguing. I am very emotional about my cord cutting choices, and you're right. I would not pick YouTube TV, but it's a fantastic value, Josh, to people who are starting off and just want basic television. You're absolutely right. So you win. Again, you're changing.
Oh my God! To fall all over yourself, to fucking concede a victory you don't, to concede a loss you don't care about at all.
What do you mean?
You don't care.
No, you've changed my mind on this.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you're sincere right now.
On this?
I don't believe you're being sincere.
This is really, I mean, honestly, in the scheme of things, if all you really want is just to watch a couple shows on your major networks and a few things on your phone, and you want multiple people to do it, this is actually really good, really easy, and it's one company doing it. And it's a company that you know. It's YouTube.
I'm like
Google.
Maybe I'm super desensitized to your ridiculous.
I think you are. I think
maybe because like, if you've actually changed your mind and I'm super jaded, then okay. But
no. If you're looking for a very simple one, just hey, I want super basic. I only want to deal with one company, and I want it to be someone that I know, right? I want to be someone that I've heard of before, and I don't want it to be someone that's already in the game. Google. I mean, like Jesus Christ. I mean, it doesn't get any simpler than Google. It's if you're looking for comprehensive, TV watching, you're looking for the ultimate cord cutting experience. This isn't it, but what a great introduction into maybe trying to cut the cord even for a month or two, just to see if it works for you. YouTube TV, $35 a month.
Sweet.
You feel good about your life. Feel good about winning. So, Josh, there are many industries in which you have just completely revolutionized with your ideas. And I believe that you have changed the game when it comes to gaming, right? I think you've figured out how video gaming needs to be run.
But nobody's listening is the problem.
I think the powers that be are starting to hear you, because Xbox is launching a Netflix-like service for games where you can play 100 games for $10 a month. It's called Xbox Game Pass.
This trademark Rick Bobby Enterprises.
Well, I think Sega came out with this idea like 30 years ago.
Who? What?
Sega. You guys don't remember way back in the day, there was Sega that you hooked up to a phone line and you could play video games through it.
No, I do not remember that at all.
No,
Was it
I
the
don't remember
Dreamcast?
that at all. I think
It was the Sega Genesis. They made an attachment for it that you could hook up to the internet. Like pre-internet.
I never heard of this. No, I never heard of that. I think here's the thing. If Xbox makes 100 games actually available, how good are those games going to be? Like, what are we talking
So
about?
we're
'Cause
talking.
I'm skeptical about the gaming.
So we're
industry.
talking about current hits like Halo 5, all the way down to classics like Soul Calibur 2. I mean, it's a huge range of Xbox games.
It's a decent library.
A decent library, and if you like the game, you can buy it at a discount from the catalog. So it's a better option than like GameFly and a couple other places that do that.
GameFly is awful.
You have to
I've
wait
used
for the
it. It's
discs,
awful.
and
it's awful.
It's old Netflix. It's old Netflix. So when you bought the DVDs,
but it's worse because you keep a game for longer than you keep a DVD.
Right. True. Yep. Right.
So, yeah, I'm not a fan of that. But so this is fully digital. Does it and probably not. But like you mentioned, all the way back to Soul Calibur and as you know, Halo 5. These are pretty in-depth games.
Yeah.
So do you get all of them? Do you get the whole game?
You have access to the entire library, the full game.
The full game is what I'm asking.
Not a demo, not a half thing, not a watered down version. The whole game, $10 a month. It's a damn good value. So if you start playing Halo 5, right? You start playing it. You play it in the middle of the month ends, you obviously pay the $10 again. You want to continue playing Halo 5 next month, you play Halo 5 next month, you complete it out. Obviously, I know at some point a game's going to fall out of rotation. I mean, enough time to beat a game.
It's not quite my idea, but it's better than what we've got.
Like I'm saying, we're starting to get progress.
Yeah.
Step in the right direction, because this is from the company who makes the console, right? It's not
I think that's solid. I mean, I don't, $10 a month. The only problem, and for me, so okay, for a gamer like me, right? And I say that knowing I'm not much of a gamer, right? But I'll pick up the Nintendo DS and I'll play whatever, right? For an hour.
Right.
I'll play Super Punch Out, right? I'll play once a year. I replay The Legend of Zelda, the original one, and I go start to finish.
Should.
I'm not a sucker, right? I use a walkthrough because I need to collect the hearts first, and then I can do everything sort of on my own. But I use like the equivalent today of the Nintendo Power Map in 1988 is what I'm using, right?
Yes.
So I'm using the digital version on my laptop, playing on my laptop or on the DS or on the Wii or whatever. That's the kind of gamer I am. So this speaks to me.
I'm a cheap mofo. This is perfect for me.
If I don't ever have to buy a new game, I'm a happy guy. I don't want to ever buy anything new. I have an aversion to paying the $60. So this is perfect for someone like me.
Yeah.
I don't know how many of me there are.
Well, it's the same thing for me. I after I had my daughter, just gaming just fell down the tubes. I love to play games with my brothers when I can, and I have to go ahead and buy a $60 game. And all that.
$10 a month. Do you get multiplayer?
You should.
Or I know
game.
You should, but
I honestly don't know.
Do you get online multiplayer? Does it function with your Xbox Live account?
You probably need Xbox Live in order to do this. So there's Xbox Live on top of that.
But you have Xbox Live, right? Yeah. So I mean, everybody has Xbox Live. Does this give you online multiplayer? Because that for $10 a month now it becomes really good. I'm just saying I wouldn't put it past the gaming industry to say $10 a month, full access to our catalog, local only. You know what I mean? Local only could be a stipulation.
They haven't. So I'll be honest. They haven't said it on the press release for it. I can't imagine it because you're downloading the full game onto your hard drive. Again, DRM, blah, 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 blah. I believe you'll be able to do your.
I think that's great. $10. I think that's a great option.
And Xbox Game Pass is going to be launching this spring. If you're an Xbox Live Gold member, which honestly, if you have an Xbox, you probably are, you're going to be receiving exclusive access to Xbox Game Pass prior to launching. And there'll be more details closer to the launch of it. But I mean, this is pretty great. I mean, I'm looking at some of the games that are on there. All the Lego games like Lego Batman and things like that are on there. Gears of War, Fable. I mean, big games that people love. I'm really curious if some of the old Elder Scroll games are on there, but it looks like a really good idea. And Josh, like I said, it's just a step closer to having some sanity restored to the gaming industry in a way that you kind of perceived it. So it's what I can hope for.
Sweet.
Now it's the time of the show where I ask my fellow co-hosts for their tech perspective on a few things I've found around the internet. The first is that there is a $100 working Bluetooth-enabled Star-Lord helmet with Bluetooth headphones. So you can now fully wear and look like Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy for $100.
I have either a problem with the product or a problem with how you described it, because you said $100 working Star-Lord helmet. Now, you said working Star-Lord helmet. So I'm assuming that I put a little thing on my ear and the helmet flips up over my head.
Okay, maybe I'll say it this way. For $100, you get a Star-Lord replica helmet that also has Bluetooth headphones.
So I don't put a thing around my ear and then the helmet flips up over my face.
Correct. You don't get the Buzz Lightyear swoosh sound. It doesn't make the swoosh.
It doesn't form around my face.
It does not. You do get light up glowing eyes.
But I put this metal monstrosity over my face. And forego breathing. But I can speak Bluetooth.
That is correct.
Sold.
Josh, is this the dumbest way to spend $100?
No, this is not the dumbest way to spend $100.
Because I've definitely spent $100 on dumb.
Yeah,
shit.
for sure. I saw a guy spend $100 on gummy bears once. This is
that's
not
food.
that
That's
dumb.
No, I saw a guy spend $100 on Pokemon Go while we were talking about Pokemon Go.
That was an investment in my son's life. This is amazing.
I mean, you could get
I couldn't, obviously it would mess up my hair and that would be a problem.
You could get a semi-decent pair of Bluetooth headphones for $100, but being able to look like,
No, you can't. Cool. No, you can't. You can get LG Tones and those aren't semi-decent in any way. And that's what you get.
Look, my concern is I've got a really big fucking head and I don't even think it's going to fit over my head.
That's what you get for $100. Yeah, no, I also am a 7 5/8 on a good, like with a haircut, I'm a 7 5/8.
Exactly.
Otherwise, a 7 3/4. This thing ain't fitting over my head either. But the prospect initially, when you rolled it out there as something that I would put on my ear and it would over my head.
Technology that doesn't exist for $100. You're absolutely right.
That's what I was expecting.
We've harvested
CJ.
Transformers who have landed before and stolen their alien technology, and now we have $100 Bluetooth. Okay. I'm sorry I misrepresented the product.
If we're moving on, I have a theory about an alien.
Oh, Jesus.
Mr. Musk is an alien.
Elon Musk is an alien?
He very well may be an alien. Trying to send people wherever the hell he's trying to send people.
Fly me to the moon.
No,
nobody's going to the moon.
No.
He's skipping the moon and he's going to fucking Mars.
No, you're all wrong. Elon Musk and SpaceX have announced today that 2 private individuals have made a down payment and are very serious and significant deposit to fly around the moon.
Right. It's him and Richard Branson. Like, it's the 2 craziest. You know what? It's not. It's not even because Elon Musk maybe.
Those are the 2 people I thought of.
Wait, maybe he's not that crazy. It's Richard Branson and Ledger from T-Mobile. It's those 2 guys.
No, absolutely. I would love to see that. So here's what's going to happen. These 2 people are going to take a trip around the moon, right? They're going to kind of skim the surface. They're not getting out of the spaceship. Then they're going to go out into deep space for a little bit and then come back to Earth. They're going about 300 to 400,000 miles away from Earth and coming back.
Come back to Earth. Nah.
You know what this is? This is Richard Branson's way of slowing his aging. That's what it is.
Okay, so here's the weird part about this, right? And I want to know this. They're estimating, right, that this per person is costing around $80 million. It is going to be completely automated, so the people who are going to be doing this are not actually going to be flying the spacecraft. The only time they would do that is in the event of an emergency. So we'll see about that because SpaceX is kind of hit and miss on the landing of this. And they actually don't need a whole lot of, believe it or not, you don't need a lot of permits to do this.
That was concerning. But here's my problem.
You don't have to let the United
$80
Nations know.
million to spend on going into space, you're smarter than thinking that the guy that designed multiple car. He's designed some cars, and they can't even open the fucking doors right. Is going to send me around the moon.
I don't know what to tell you. Would you, if you had $80 million, would you do this?
What?
If you had $80 million and you were like, fuck it, I don't give a shit, would you go?
No, CJ. If I had $80 million, this would be all of my money.
No, you had more than 80 million, obviously.
Well, you didn't say that. You said if I had $80 million, would I do this? And the answer is no.
If you had an extra $80 million, would you go fly around the moon?
If I was a billionaire.
Yes. You're a billionaire. You're Richard Branson.
Would I spend
$80 million?
8% of my wealth?
Yes.
No.
To be the first private citizen to fly in space. around the moon.
But why?
No.
Explain your reasoning why.
Because it's stupid.
Do you know why I wouldn't? Do you want to know why I wouldn't?
Like, I don't even know how else to say it. Like, I have to say it like that. Because it's stupid.
2 words as to why I wouldn't do this.
Venereal disease.
Sandra Bullock.
Oh.
Gravity? Right. Anyone see Gravity? I'm fucking out, man.
Nobody saw Gravity.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Because it was awful.
Gravity was awesome. Would never see it. The target mission for this is in some time.
I have 2 words why I wouldn't do it, since you gave your 2 words.
What are your 2 words?
Matthew McConaughey. You know why?
No.
Interstellar?
He's a slow-talking bastard.
Don't talk about a target gig.
You would have to fly in a Lincoln, by the way, if you were Matthew McConaughey. You have to fly in a Lincoln.
Apparently, this fucking thing might be a Lincoln, an $80 million shotgun ride in a fucking Lincoln MKZ.
Yeah, it's a week.
Congratulations, you've died.
And it's a week-long trip for $80 million.
Yes. I thought it was a little longer than a week.
They said it's going to take about a week to complete.
Right,
Okay.
but on Earth, it's 25 years.
Plus all the training and stuff. Anyway.
But no, he's saying 2018. His deadline schedule.
Oh, it's all fucked up. He's always
Yeah.
wrong. Yeah, no. We're all supposed to be driving Teslas by now and getting ready to colonize Mars by next year.
No, but he's got a bunch of orders for the Tesla 3. They don't even have a fucking working prototype for the Tesla 3, and he's sending people to Mars by now. Dude's a kook.
2 different companies, but yeah. Do you think it's an alien?
Yes. He is an alien.
With a name like Elon, who knows? All right, Craig, I was told that this topic would incite a riot, so I'm limiting your riot to 5 minutes. And there have been 2 new people named as the new hosts of Mythbusters after the Science Channel has had a reality show called Mythbusters: The Search that went from 10 contestants down to these final 2. And we have 2 new guys who are going to be hosting the Mythbusters. Rant commence.
Hold on. I have a question for you, CJ. What's the greatest movie you've ever seen?
Oh, fuck. That's hard. The Mask by Jim Carrey. The Mask by Jim Carrey.
Would you remake that?
No.
Okay.
No.
So this is why we don't need new hosts for Mythbusters.
Have you seen the White Rabbit Project, by the way, on Netflix?
No.
With
You don't. The Mythbusters.
it's very different than Mythbusters. It's not Mythbusters.
I'm going to punch you. Shut up.
Go ahead.
The Mythbusters was perfect. They
Yes.
don't need to redo it. It's done. It's over. It ran its course. It was a great fucking television show. And it's done. It's over with. Stop. Be done with it. We've got syndication. We can rewatch old episodes. But it's done. Just fucking stop. That's the end of my rant.
I don't even know the names of these people. I can't even find their names.
No, because they're fucking idiots. They will not be the hosts of Mythbusters. It's just dumb.
What if they can bust myths?
No.
Oh, here it is. Brian Loden and Joshua Lung.
They're not as good as Grant or Carrie or any of them. That's like saying, you know what? I thought The Cat in the Hat was pretty good, but I'm going to rewrite The Cat in the Hat.
So you're saying that the 2 Mythbusters guys, they're Dr. Seuss? They're that level good?
For what they do and what they represent, yes.
Okay. I've never watched.
Plus,
so I
one
don't
of them
know.
is very ridiculous looking, and the other one talks in very weird ways.
For the segment that they represent, they are Dr. Seuss of that. They are they're their end all be all. There is no one that can do what they did better, period.
I can appreciate that Dr. Seuss's birthday being just a few days ago.
And if anybody wants to argue with me on how someone can do what Mythbusters, the original series, did better than what they did, they can give my personal email out, CJ.
You can actually email Craig at thatkindofnerd.com.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay, final stuff, right? Stuff we gotta talk about. There's obviously one big elephant in the room that we need to bring up, and that, of course, is our wonderful shop. Shopped at that. Oh, hold on, I'm sorry. I read the wrong envelope. We were actually supposed to talk about the Oscars here.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
That's
Guys, could you talk about? No, seriously, I'm not kidding. We had to talk about the Oscars.
that was poor.
Lowbrow.
So were the
Low.
Oscars this year. So were the Oscars this year.
I didn't watch. I did know that Warren Beatty made that mistake there because it was everywhere. Like it made it to Sports Center, and that's how I knew.
I love Josh's philosophy. If it's important enough, it will end up on Sports Center.
And it did. So I got that bit of news. And you kind of think you guys are supposed to be like a serious production.
It's PwC's fault. It's
I think it was a scam.
PwC's.
It was the
just to get ratings.
the insurance company.
Yeah, they're
or
the
whatever they
company
are?
that actually like handles all the voting and everything like that. There are two people that come to the Oscars with identical bags, which have each envelope right to it. The one guy, right, was tweeting and taking pictures with celebrities all night. Came time for the best picture, and he gave them the Best Actress award envelope. So it actually said Emma Stone, La La Land.
So how well did she handle herself, though?
The whole cast?
Emma Stone specifically.
La La Land people were fantastic. Emma Stone had a little press conference afterward, and she was, I think, fantastic and very gracious and a little humorous to what happened. And I thought she handled it very well. But yeah, Moonlight won Best Picture, and I feel real bad because they're totally overshadowed by the fact that La La Land was announced and then they had to take it back, and Moonlight's not getting the credit it deserves. But so be it.
You know
Oscar
what? I
history.
bet a lot of people watch the Oscars next year.
Yeah, absolutely. Remember when James Franco was stoned as fuck when he was hosting? Then we all watched the next year, and then we're like, "Oh, nothing happened." And then
or when they made a mistake with Miss America,
again.
and next year a bunch of people watched. I'm calling
There was
conspiracy.
a great meme where Steve Harvey is sitting there and he's got his head down, hand on his forehead. He goes, "I'll never let this down," and it has a picture of the Oscar statue. And
Hold my beer.
Hold my beer.
Right.
So it was crazy. Now this is the sad part. This wasn't the only flub that Oscars. There was also an Australian producer who was featured in the In Memoriam as a different person. So the Janet Patterson.
I heard that designer. They got a name wrong, or a picture and a name wrong.
So it was Janet Patterson, who was a costume designer. Her name was on the screen. She had passed away, but they put a picture up of Jane Kaplan, who's a Australian producer who is very much alive.
Yeah, but you had one job,
and
the one job was Best Picture, and they fucked that up.
Well, no, this is quite a bit worse, Craig.
They have months to prepare this, right? This woman, Jan, was actually friends with Janet, and
that's bad taste.
They specifically asked, "Oh, do you want us to send a picture of Janet for your in memoriam?" And then the Academy was like, "Nah, we got it. We're fine. We have a stock picture. We're good to go."
Ooh,
yeah. So she knew the woman who passed away.
So
it was even worse because her friend's moment was stolen by a flub. Yeah, you should see their faces, everybody. Their faces like, I just gave them a lemon and then it was like, here, have another fucking lemon.
Oh, that's terrible. That's the worst thing ever.
In my opinion, it's a little bigger than we forgot to read.
It's quite a bit bigger
because
than the
no
wrong
one
envelope
knew that
being,
this flub happened unless you were really paying attention to the world around it.
Really awful.
Yeah, that's
because
shitty.
Because that's supposed to be the in memoriam moment, especially for someone in the industry, is supposed to be the culmination of a career, right? The recognition of a contribution of a life. That's bad.
But anyway, it happened. Both of these things happened. We'll have to get over, the mistakes that were made. But that last one was pretty rough, pretty sour.
Yeah, it was rough.
So just wanted to make people aware of it because it not a whole lot of people knew.
Last Friday, we launched our shop.thatkindofnerd.com, where we have t-shirts and other cool things. But there's a discount right now up until Wednesday the 8th, where you can get 15% off various awesome That Kind of Nerd t-shirts, including the cat to mail ratio is very low t-shirt. Check out shop.thatkindofnerd.com. You'll get 15% off the t-shirts right now. Great way to support the site. Great way to show your nerdy side. Get on, get some swag, wear it proudly.
And a way to get that 15% off is to use the promo code Saint Paddy. It's STPADDY 17. If you forget, don't worry. There's a big banner on the page, so you can just put it in right away. So this way you get 15% off anything that you purchase. So thank you again for your continued support of our website and our podcast. And thank you for showing off your nerdy side. Thank you in advance. I am CJ Millen, joined, of course, again by the stars of the show, Josh Burns, and special guest Craig Newcomb. Thank you for coming on this episode.
Thanks for having me.
Brian will be back for next week. Can't wait to hear some of the topics that are going to be coming for you there. Again, please check out shop.thatkindofnerd.com. Thank you so much for making us your walk around your neighborhood or your drive to work. We'll see you next week.
Stop it, you creepy son of a bitch.
It's pimpin'.
The snozberries taste like snozberries.